something a little bit better, a little more sharp, so it doesn't look too soft. And I've done just two of those actually, a small one and a bigger one. Then I just scatter them around here for this foreground. And right now I'm only focusing on the foreground. And also I keep sure to have everything separated into different layers. So for example, I still have my block out here, my foreground, and I've actually already started to populate my middle ground with this object here. So um, the foreground is always, I would say, the part that is the most time consuming because you need a lot of details to really sell the shot. So I spent definitely quite some time beveling every edge, adding tiny details, but still, as you can see, it's not crazy detailed, and I still don't care at all about the quality of the mesh. That doesn't matter at all for this kind of thing. So it's not crazy detailed. It's not to do angles that are this close, for example. But for something like this distance, well, it's definitely enough. So I've spent some time designing every detail of this, and one thing that I also did is just to often go back to Photoshop to do a quick sketch whenever I have a doubt about the design. So this is definitely the part of the process that is the most time consuming. So designing and modeling the main asset, I would say, because for the middle ground and the background, for one, I will be able to reuse this, so I won't need to go that much into detail, and also I will be able to not add those details that are as tiny as this, for example, because when it's that far in the background, nobody will ever see them, and even if you wanted to add them, you can always easily add them in Photoshop. Another thing I also pay attention to is not to have useless geo. So for example, if I let's see through our shot cam for this building here, I know I didn't need everything that is outside of the frame, so I deleted as much detail as possible. Let me quickly show you what this looks like for now. So yeah, I think this is starting to look very cool actually. And so the next thing I want to do is to use those Megascan assets for this bridge here. And so I'm still focusing only on the foreground for the moment, but we'll do that in the next video. So for now, just keep detailing and working on those main assets in the foreground. So this is as far as you can go, I would say, when it comes to details. Just be smart about them. Don't model anything you're not sure about when it comes to design. Don't hesitate to go back to Photoshop, do a quick sketch whenever you have details. For example, those wires here. If this was a concept, I would have never modeled this, and I would have never modeled those little pieces. I would have added that in Photoshop. But since it's I want to do a pretty detailed and photoreal matte painting, I don't mind investing some time in doing that. So this is usually a part of the process where I put on some music and I just keep going and modeling for hours. So just do that, and then I'll see you guys in the next video to use those Megascan assets.